We just launched our first natively multimodal embedding model. Now, this is pretty incredible because now you can have text, images, videos, audio files, and even documents like, PDFs in the same embedding, unified embedding space. Now, this is really cool because you can now have all your different documents and, can perform RAG or, vector search, proximity, similarity search to find, documents, text, video, images, audio that is, semantically related, close to each other, semantically close to each other. So this is really cool. You can now use it in the Gemini API with, for example, the Python client. You can, of course, also use it with JavaScript. And so there is in AI Studio, there's an example application. And I wanted to, persist kind of my vectors and try it out with Supabase. So I simply remixed the example app and said, store embeddings in Supabase pgvector. And basically I just had to, connect my, Supabase project, create the, pgvector extension, create my table, create my kind of match function that is performing, the similarity search here, the proximity search. And then I just had to put in my Supabase keys. And now you can see the application is up and running here. And so when we're reloading the app, so this isn't initializing the embeddings, but instead it's actually loading them now from Supabase. So you can see here, there's the embedding vectors in here. And so what we can do now is we can search for something like food, and it'll perform the proximity search in Supabase. And we can now see that here we're getting strong matches for the images of, the pizza, the banana, the apple. Also, strong match here for the latte. We have an audio snippet here.
I just ordered a large pepperoni pizza with extra cheese for dinner tonight.
Pizza order. So that is pretty good to know. I like to eat bananas. There's some text here. So we can see our embedding vectors, text modality. And so, in the code, we can kind of dive in and see sort of what is happening here. So we have a couple API routes, that are basically setting up our items. So storing our embeddings. So in Supabase, we're just inserting our embedding. In this case, we have chosen a smaller dimension. So if you look at kind of our embeddings generation here, so we're using Gemini Embedding to preview, and we're using here our output dimension 768, so smaller dimension space. So that means we kind of want to normalize the embedding to be more accurate in kind of a smaller dimension space. So we can do all that here in JavaScript. Pretty neat, pretty easy to do. And then to perform our vector search, we're basically just generating the embedding for our search term. And then we're running our remote procedure call to match the items. So this was the function here that we set up, and that is just using kind of pgvector built-in cosine similarity search. Really neat. So what we can do is here now as well, we can, put in something like, edible. And so now we're generating the embedding for edible, the text that we put in. But, we could also upload an image. We could also upload audio. Yeah, maybe let's do this. So we can use Gemini to create music. Let's say, create a song about pizza. Okay, great. So now we have a song here about pizza.
This what my whole night is for. Got that cheese pull looking right.
So now we have our pizza song, so we can upload the audio here, and you can see we're getting cheesy stacks as our audio. So we generated the embedding and then we perform the vector search. So we can see in Supabase, maybe we can look into our logs. Maybe we can just look at observability. We can see total requests here. So we're doing RPC matches. So this is our remote procedure call with the match items. That's great. So this is going through the Supabase API gateway. Oh yeah, there you go. Check it out. Gemini Embedding 2 and Supabase pgvector. Pretty cool combination to build multimodal, RAG applications with ease. Fantastic. Let me know what you're building with the Gemini models. Really would love to see what you're working on. Cheers. See you next time.